It's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
No! Hey, check that, street!
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
This defense for the Packers, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
There's a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete.
Finding room at midfield.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
The Bears are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. They got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself in an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot, find a way to win some games, and keep moving forward.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. No gain on the play, it'll be 2nd down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw.
Completion here to Claypool.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
Off the option, here's Montgomery.
And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Read option, here's Montgomery.
And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for third down.
Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on fourth. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Drew Sample. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bears' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Santos with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Past midfield, look out. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown. Well, there you go. They gave up a score to start the game, and as quick as they could get it back, they did on the return.
And people talk about this all the time, whether you're coaching it, whether you're trying to work on it, whether you're just trying to put in the minds of your players. Attack back as fast as you can after giving up a score. No quicker way than on a kick return.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood. Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That's caught by Montgomery. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. On play action, they'll throw. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 7-7, our score after 1.
Here we go, here we go.
Going up the gun, Montgomery.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. He's got room at the 30. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A big play that time on the catch and run. 39 yards.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run, and that's a nice job there getting the safeties involved in run support.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Once more Montgomery, and not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. Calling a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Darnell Savage. Oh, they were so close to the goal line, Charles. 4th down, they figure, well, we'll go for it. But the decision to pass winds up being a bad one with that interception.
Well, I think you said it really well. They may have just figured we're this close, we may as well go for it. Or they had a plan right from the beginning coming into this game to be aggressive. In any event, it didn't work out for them.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got a 1st and 10 now out past the 20. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Three, back and 60. Hurry.
1st and 10, Willis. They'll roll him out right. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Willis now off of play action. Sliding out of the pocket. Willis takes a hit and the ball is free. And the ball is going to wind up out of bounds, so they will lose yardage, but they'll keep the football. The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long.
50 Bobcat. Look out.
Here's Willis, 3rd and long. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Here's Tommy Townsend on the punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. Then into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Parker touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well, because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
19 right. Ready.
But this time Willis will throw it. That is caught. It's Williams. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
19 tight. 19 tight.
Willis. Touchdown, Packers. Brandon Ayuk in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. This will be fielded inside the 5.
Guaranteed dividends on the return. The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
79 Broncos. Take pass. Warriors 70. Panther 11. Panther 11.
2nd down throw coming by Willis. And his throw is incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place and try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Mustang 19. Nixie Maverick. Nixie Maverick.
3rd down, it's Willis. He's got it to Williams. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes, because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Well, CD, that's one of those plays you put a mark by. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On first down, Willis.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 16 yards to the 16 and a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
That's complete out left to Ayuk.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Right back to the air with Willis.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it on third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up. And look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Bears take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points.
So a pretty wild turn of events there. Instead of a sure 3 points, it's 6 the other direction.
And if you're kicking in the NFL, that should be pretty much automatic, but I don't think that's on him at all. The protection broke down. That led to the block.
Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Willis. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's got the hook up with Dobbs.
They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. On now is the Packers punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This will be fielded at the 17.
Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards.
And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Hey,
To Montgomery to begin the drive. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
51 yards on the ground for him so far.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Second and 4. And this will be caught by Mooney. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. Now this throw caught left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another. Back now at Soldier Field. 14-yard line, 2nd and 11. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press.
Touchdown, Packers! Well, from back where that one started, they were hoping probably for just a few yards on the ground there. Instead, they get 90-plus and into the end zone.
And as much credit as I have to give the guys on offense, I often think when I see a run of that magnitude that there has to have been a mistake made, maybe even multiple mistakes on defense, because you're expecting them to run the ball from that stage of the field. Instead, it turns into one of the longest runs that we're going to see in the NFL.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Someone moved, flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. He'll look to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Drop 60, drop 60.
They'll look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Willis. He'll buy some time right. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Okay, break.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Ready.
Straight ahead, it's Evans. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 26. 99 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Ready, ready.
Willis looking to throw on 1st down. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Brandon Ayuk with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Packers are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
On the jump.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but it's self-inflicted wounds. They've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Dart. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And I think they are going to get this one back. Boy, that would have been something. Double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Now Willis to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Ready, go.
Here's Willis on 3rd and long. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. On now is the Packers punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Let's go now.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
19 right.
It's a play fake. Here's Willis. Just keeping the play alive. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Willis on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to... And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
The tackle there by Quandre Diggs. They'll look to throw here. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT.
18, right here.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking deep downfield. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Willis back to the air on 2nd and 10. On the move to his left. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. 23 yards on the play. Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all, haven't been able to find a way to slow down this offense. They're seeking answers and not coming up with any.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It's a sack for a loss of 4, and that brings up 3rd down and goal.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
So it's all over. A Green Bay